All right. So let's move on to our next segment, which has all of the goodies I will hopefully be listing before I disappear on my trip. Yeah, you guys, I will be driving back from Kansas next Sunday, so there's no way to do a show from the road. I'm still trying to figure out how to do a show from the road. You know, if I could figure out a way, you know I'd do it. You know I would. All right, so bubblefast.com is the sponsor of this next segment, and I hope you guys have gotten all of your shipping supplies for the upcoming season. And even though it may be a little slow, it's still going to be a good selling season. So make sure you are prepared with your bubble wrap and your poly bags. Tape. How many of you forget tape? Tape goes pretty fast when you're shipping out more and more stuff. And you that do Amazon, FBA, and sending a lot of stuff, those boxes take a lot of tape. So make sure your tape is stocked up. All right. Yes, real fast. I know. That's one thing I run out of all the time. I'm always doing that emergency tape order. So buying by the case, you guys, you save so much per roll buying that stuff by the case. It's definitely worth it. Use your Danni code for your discount, and also watch your bubble bucks accumulate and use those on your next order. Or check, when you sign into the bubblefast.com website, see what your bubble bucks amount is saved up. You may be surprised how many you've already got in there. Yeah, bubble bucks are way cool. Way cool. They add up quick. Okay, so I've had just a couple scores this week that I was going to talk about, one of which is item number 2212-6424-5597. I got a lot of Barbie dolls at the auction for, I think it ended up, I paid like $5 a piece. So I thought, what the heck? There's bound to be a good one in there. And there have been, as in this Mary Poppins Barbie. Now, what I found out from the gal who helps do my listings is she knows a lot about Barbies. And she taught me that the different color labels mean different things to collectors. And pink label is very good. So watch out for those pink label Barbies. Who knew? I got $69.99 for this one. And that went international, so they paid shipping on top. Actually, not only did they pay shipping, they paid for priority shipping international. So they really paid shipping for that. I think it was like $45 for the shipping. Crazy, 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 crazy. No, there will be no sleeping in the van. No, 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 no. I'm watching the chat over there. There will be no sleeping in that van. And then, of course, the other score I was going to tell you about was my crazy swim caps, which we just talked about. So, yeah, Mom and I kind of share stuff. It's the perk of being my mother. she gets some special stuff from me. Yes, yes. So we both got to score on that one. Yeah, nobody's going to be sleeping in the van. All right. So I have some cool stuff on my desk. Let's see. Where should I start? I'm going to start with my plush of the week. Plush of the week. All right, let's talk about these guys. Ta-da! So, who knows why these suckers are so dang popular? Who remembers these from childhood? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So, the ones that you really want to be on the lookout for are those authentic, vintage, often handmade, and pretty much always handmade sock monkeys, okay? Those are the ones that are going for big bucks. Now, here's my tip. If you happen across some of those really expensive sock monkeys, be sure you go and find yourself some of the more contemporary ones as well, because these still sell. And you will get a ton of traffic by having a vintage one to sell this size for about 20, 25 bucks a pop, okay? So not a huge amount of money, but for a $3 investment, turn it into $20, $25, fold it up, stick it in a poly bag, maybe wrap a little tissue paper around it and ship out the door. Totally worth it. And these are out there everywhere now. Sock monkeys. Sock monkeys. So that's your plush of the week to be on the lookout for. The revival of the sock monkey. All right. Let's see what else I have. Goofy stuff on my desk. So you guys know me. Weird stuff. Weird stuff. Okay, I just saw a question flash up there. I turned back around and it was gone. What was that question? Oh, how do you know if it's a vintage one? How do you know if it's a vintage one? Because the modern ones will have a tag. Vintage ones will not have a tag. They will be heavier. They will be definitely handmade, where these are machine made. These are, you can tell these are mass market made. You can tell a vintage one just by its quality and no tags. If it's got a tag, it isn't one of the vintage ones because they didn't have tags. And they were made out of the actual socks. Exactly. Thank you, Barb. Where do you find on a Barbie to find the color of it? Look on the back, and they have like a circular seal label, and it will say pink label if it's a pink label. There's black label. There's a couple others. You know what? I will find that resource for that. Oh, it looks like some of you can now see and hear me. Yay for Spreecast working on that. Woohoo! Unfortunately, I think we lost about 15 to 20 of our viewers. I hope they come back and watch the replay. All right. So I bought these goofy things at an auction, because you know me and my auctions. I love them. Let's see. I paid $20 for 3 of these. They are made from wood. People love these guys. This is patio decor. Goes out by a tiki bar, tropical rainforest look, whatever. They fit into all kinds of decor. They're lightweight. They're going to cost nothing to ship. I think they're like a balsa wood. And they will sell for about $50 a piece, at least $50 a piece. Yes. They're not fiberglass. Nope, they're definitely wood. Can you see that? See the grain of the wood? So they're just a very lightweight wood, like a balsa wood. Oh, Mary says she has one sitting in her living room. Yeah. I love them too. I love them. They don't eat much, and they don't poop. And here's one. Now, what I didn't know, and this is one of the things about not previewing at the auction, you know me and my preview, I would have spotted that had I previewed. So it looks like a little dog liked this one a little bit too much. But no problem. I will still sell it. Still ask $50 because it's big, and somebody will just live with that. Yep. Luna, you didn't have a dog in that car, did you? All right. What else have we got over here? All right. I have had these sitting here to show you guys for a while, and I just kept having all kinds of other stuff come up. How do I find boxes for those? Just make them. Yeah, just make them. Okay, so these can be found quite frequently, actually. This is a McCoy. Let's see if that'll show you. Trying to get the angle just right. Okay, this is actually a newer McCoy. You can see it says McCoy Memories. So this is not one of the old McCoy bowls, but because this is a very functional bowl, somebody can still use this. This is one of those collectibles that people are still utilizing, so they're looking for them. This size, I'm going to get about $40 to $50 for, and this is the one I really love. It's huge. It's huge. And this one, you guys, is the real deal. Let me show you. The mark is kind of hard to see. I don't know if you can see that. Ovenware USA. It does not say McCoy on it, but McCoy was very well known for making these pink banded bowls. And this one is huge. I should get about $75 for this one. Oh, Luna's trying to get the bowl for me. She says she needs this one. See, I don't cook. I don't know these things. Yeah, And it's going to be kind of a pain in the butt to ship, so if I can't get that much for it, I'm probably not going to come down too much. I may have to find somebody who needs it for a Christmas present. All right, and then in a lot, I love lots of stuff. You know, when you can buy multiples. This one particular consignor at the auction has been writing all these little notes, which I just love. Now, I don't take these carte blanche and just list the way they're telling me. I use this as a starting point. So I use this information to start my research to see if it backs it up. It's got music inside, and yes, it does play. I'm not going to start it because there's no off button. But I did test it before, and it plays. I think it plays Edelweiss. So they're calling it a 1960s Swiss, can't read that, music box. Oh, Blue Danube. It plays Blue Danube. And it's got really pretty inlaid woodwork here. You can see that. And that'll probably bring about 50 bucks, about 50 bucks. Put that one down. And then along in that lot, and this is the one that was more intriguing to me, they're also calling this the 1960s. And what I just realized right before the show is there is actually a Bradley pen set in here that I haven't even looked up. So extra perk. Wonder if they knew that was in there. So we've got this box that you can see all of this nice inlaid work, the painting. No, it definitely does not look like it's made in India. It looks like it is German, actually, more than Swiss, but it definitely is that. And, you know, another sign of age and all that is the dovetailing. They just don't make stuff like this anymore, guys. Dovetailing, hand carving. If I do auction online, do you pay shipping or have to pick up? So Kim, good question. So if you are bidding, let's say at a local auction, but you're home bidding on that stuff, because I've done that with my local auction, they know that I come pick it up. So you can arrange with them that you're bidding online, but you'll come pick it up. But usually if it's someplace else, you'll have to pay for them to ship it to you. And they will charge you a handling fee on that. So it's not like eBay where it's, you know, just the cost of the shipping. They will charge. Okay, so I didn't bring home but one thing that I bought today at the auction because I never have time to stick around and wait. So I have such a good relationship with them. I tell them, hey, I'm taking this one thing, and they're like, oh, take it. So I got to show you. This was I just love this, and I probably paid too much for her. Okay, but she was one of those things. You know me, guys. You know how I shop. And it's not even the end of the show. She's not going to start singing. But this lady right here, I just had to have her. I just had to have her. I know. She's big, okay? So there's a reason I'm showing you her boobs, okay? See the little suction cups? She's a table. She is a table. Isn't she awesome? I just love her. So I'm probably going to put her at about $200. We'll see what happens. Novelty, guys, when you get novelty stuff like that, there's not a lot of them out there. You can totally take advantage. There was a table when we were on the Los Angeles Day with Danni trip, and Diva Dawn was with me. And there was this awesome table at the thrift shop, at the Savers, that we were both thinking, how can we get this home? Because it had poker cards and dice and chips all in like 3D under the glass. And it was just the perfect Vegas table. But we could not figure out how to get that home, so there we left it. There we left it. Yes. Yeah, so always be looking for crazy stuff like that, you guys, because that stuff, that is the stuff you can set your price And the people with money are going to pay the price because it's one of those things they just have to have. Just have to have. I know, next time I will definitely be driving to California. I usually do, but for time's sake, I didn't this last time. I flew. Because it was cheaper to fly than to drive. Crazy, isn't it? I remember when it used to be much cheaper to drive, and it isn't anymore. Now, flying is, it's like $100 round trip to fly, and it's $100 one way for me to drive. Yeah, it's crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Okay, so that's kind of what's on my desk this week, and hopefully I get to a bunch of it before I'm out the door. And
who let them cows out? Moo, 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 moo.